Hey there, and welcome back to the Empower Her Business Accelerator podcast. I am your host, Philippa Channer, and this month we've been diving into content frequency, how to find the right rhythm for your business without getting overwhelmed. All right, so last week in episode 179, we were talking about balancing consistency with quality, making sure that you're showing up regularly without sacrificing value. Now today we're going to be addressing the other side of content creation, the burnout side. If you ever felt like you're running on empty, struggling to keep up with content demands while managing the rest of your business, this episode is for you. I'm going to be sharing some practical strategies to help you maintain a consistent schedule without burning out. All right, before we get started, just a really quick reminder that the Empower Her program is here to help you create a content strategy that fits your lifestyle and your goals. Whether you choose to start with our monthly new mastermind sessions or launch right into the full version of the program that includes a one-on-one coaching with me and so much more, you're going to get the tools and the structure that you need to build a sustainable marketing strategy that really build your business to the level that you're looking for. And so both of these options, starting at the mastermind level, going all the way to the main program or anything in between, it's going to help you market your business effectively without exhaustion. So check out the link in the show notes to learn more. Sorry, let's jump into today's topic. Avoiding burnout while maintaining a consistent content schedule. All right, so why does burnout happen? Burnout isn't just about feeling tired. It's about hitting a wall where content creation feels like a chore instead of something that excites you and grows your business. Burnout, again, it's more than just a feeling. It's in your bones. It affects everything you do, and you want to avoid it at all costs. So burnout, let's first talk about how do we know when it happens? Burnout happens when you can feel pressured to create too much too fast. Burnout can happen when your content schedule is not sustainable and you're doing everything alone without help or any type of automation. Burnout can also happen when you're not seeing results. It's leading to just getting frustrated and just really getting discouraged about your business and how to get the word out. So if any of that sounds familiar, don't worry. Let's talk about how to prevent burnout while staying consistent. The first thing we want to do is to set a sustainable schedule and actually stick to it. Instead of overloading yourself, create a schedule that's realistic for your energy and your resources. A consistent but manageable schedule is better than one that leads to burnout. If a daily posting schedule is overwhelming, switch to 3 times per week and focus on quality over quantity. So what you want to do for this step is to review your current posting schedule. Does it feel realistic, or are you forcing yourself to do too much, and adjust the schedule as needed? 2 episodes ago, when we started this series, episode 178, we talked about finding a posting frequency that works for your business. So check that out for more information on this. Next, we want to build in content creation off days. Just like in fitness, rest days are crucial in content creation. Taking breaks helps prevent creative fatigue and keeps you energized. So instead of producing content every single day, schedule some off days where you're only engaging and responding to your audience rather than creating new content. So block out at least 1 no content day per week in your calendar to recharge yourself. The next step is to automate and batch to lighten the load. So use tools to schedule content in advance so you're not constantly in creation mode. Automation allows you to step back without disappearing completely. So batch create maybe 4 weeks of content in one day and schedule it using Later, Buffer, or even Meta Business Suite so you can still get that content out on a good, consistent schedule basis, but your creation of it is a little bit more manageable and maintained. So choose one content type to batch this week, whether it's social media posts, emails, or podcast scripts. So back last week in episode 179, we talked about repurposing content to work smarter, not harder. So check that out for more time-saving strategies as well. The next step, 4th step in this, is to outsource where you can. You don't have to do everything yourself. Delegating smaller tasks gives you time for strategy and higher value quality work. So hire a VA for scheduling, a designer for social graphics, or maybe a writer for blog posts and blog drafts. That's really going to help you save some time. And we're not talking about breaking the bank by hiring this person. Hiring a VA for only 2 hours a week is possible. And that one, those 2 hours, 1 hour can be spent doing some other administrative task and another hour for scheduling some of that content. If they're good at their job, they don't need that much time to schedule content that you've already created. So it is more affordable than you can imagine. All right, so identify one content task that you right now are doing that's taking a lot of your time that you could be delegating or automating to take that first step towards making this happen. Right, the next and the last step in this is to shift your mindset around content creation. Instead of viewing content as a never-ending task, you want to treat it as a strategic tool that works for you. A mindset shift helps you remove the guilt and pressure of not doing enough. So if posting twice a week instead of 5 times a week still brings results, why stress about hitting that that level of 5 posts? So adjust your mindset about what content you need to be creating and how often it needs to show up to actually make an impact in your business. So write down one content task you give yourself permission to do less often or differently, just to test it out, see how it works and how it impacts your strategy and how the results go. All right, so avoiding burnout, it's about playing the long game. The goal isn't to be everywhere all the time. It's to be strategic, consistent, and sustainable in your marketing. By setting yourself a realistic schedule, automating smartly, outsourcing where possible, and taking breaks when needed, you can stay consistent without exhausting and burning yourself out. All right, ladies, thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be wrapping up this series by discussing how to adjust our content frequency so your business still expands. As you grow, your content needs to shift. So I'll be sharing how to keep things scalable and effective. And don't forget the Empower Her program. It's here to help you create a content strategy that fits your lifestyle and your business. So whether you choose to start with our mastermind sessions or jump right into the full version of the program, you're going to get the tools that support you and that you need to help grow and thrive. So check out the link in the show notes to sign up, just to learn more. And until next time, ladies, keep shining. And remember, content creation should support your business and not drain you.